Namaste, and welcome to the recording of the Devi Mahatmya Digital Temple first meeting. Let us begin the meeting with the recitation of the Holy Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devyasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. O Divine Mother, omnipresent divine illumination, illuminate thy soul from darkness into light. The Gayatri Mantra is divine manifested and therefore has to be approached with due humility, reverence, understanding, faith, and love. In our meeting today, we will focus on the story of Maa MahaMaya. But before beginning the story, let us read 2 verses from the first chapter of the Devi Mahatmya to internalize the glory of Maa MahaMaya. Maa MahaMaya creates the universe, then seizes the mind of even the wise and draws them into delusion. But Maa MahaMaya is also the supreme knowledge and the eternal cause of liberation. Let us now begin the story. Long before the present creation, when the previous universe was dissolved into an endless primordial ocean, the blessed Lord Vishnu lay in a deep meditative sleep. Suddenly, 2 demons named Madhu and Kaitabha sprang forth from the wax in his ears, intent on killing Lord Brahma, who sat on the lotus growing from Lord Vishnu's navel. Desperately, Lord Brahma tried to awaken Lord Vishnu, but in vain, for the sleep that had settled over the Supreme Lord's eyes was the Devi Mahatmya herself. Lord Brahma extolled her with a hymn and asked her to release Lord Vishnu from her spell. On awakening, Lord Vishnu beheld the raging Madhu and Kaitabha and engaged them in a combat for 5,000 years until Maa MahaMaya confounded them with pride. Having withstood the might of Lord Vishnu himself, in their arrogance, they decided to grant him a boon. But they realized their folly too late, for what Lord Vishnu asked was to slay them then and there. After the glorious story that we just read, it is important to go through some discussion questions, which can help us to understand the story better. Question number 1. What did the demons or asuras, Madhu and Kaitabha, represent? The destructive impulses, anger, and brute force of the asuras Madhu and Kaitabha represent the basest aspects of human nature or ego, which is a false identity that deludes all humans. This delusion is the play of none other than Maa MahaMaya herself. Why did Lord Brahma pray to Maa MahaMaya? Maa MahaMaya is the supreme goddess who held the sleeping Lord Vishnu in her power. Lord Brahma praised her as a prayer to release Lord Vishnu from the powerful sleep. Lord Brahma's hymn to Maa MahaMaya establishes the Divine Mother's ultimate transcendence and identify her as the creator, sustainer, and dissolver of the universe. She is both consciousness and creativity, the substratum of existence, and a great deluding power that projects the world out of herself. She is the all-encompassing source of good and evil alike, both radiant splendor and terrifying darkness. Yet ultimately, she is the ineffable bliss beyond all duality. How did Ma MahaMaya help Lord Vishnu to defeat the Asuras? The Asura pair of Madhu and Kaitabha symbolizes tamas, one of the three fundamental energies or gunas pervading all creation. To combat this negative force, the Divine Mother also appears in a tamasic manifestation as Ma MahaMaya, the dark goddess, who casts her veil of delusion and obscures the light of truth. Ma MahaMaya is the supreme goddess who held the sleeping Lord Vishnu in her power until praised by Lord Brahma. When released, Lord Vishnu battles Madhu and Kaitaba without victory until Ma MahaMaya again intervenes. The deluding power of Ma MahaMaya tricks the pair of Asuras into sealing their own doom. The brutish Asuras are ultimately done in by their own arrogant stupidity. All of this establishes the Divine Mother as the ultimate power in the universe, upon whom even the gods are dependent. Finally, what does this story teach us about ourselves? Well, I will say that the obvious message is that pride goes before a fall. However, dear members, the fourth question is for you to answer. So please let us know your answers in the comment section below. This brings us to the end of this meeting. Thank you for being a great audience. Thank you for your patience. Jai Mata Devi Ki. Salutations to the Divine Mother.